Hello, dear learner. Greetings from wherever you are watching. I welcome you to the last part of the topic, further logarithm. So, just like I had promised, today we are tackling on revision question, our last but not least revision questions. So, in the previous video, we checked on some videos and on some questions. So today I have a question here that read, without using a calculator or a table, find the value of log 128 minus log 18. Everything is all over log 16 minus log 6. So remember, in those earlier videos I told you that the main objective of the examiner is to, why he or she has set this question for a student. He wants you to first of all simplify and come out with the right thing. So how can we simplify this question? We shall have log, using the law, applying the law, we shall have 128 all over 18. This is another way of simplifying logs. And here we shall have log 16 all over 6. Then if you look at 120 under numerator, if you look at 128 and 18, you realize 2 can go into those numbers. So 2 goes into 128 64 times, here 9 times. There is no any other number that can go in to those two numbers, 64 and 9. So we leave it at that point. Coming to the denominator, we have 16 and 6. 2 can go. So 2 goes into 16 8 times, into 6 3 times. So rewriting this, we shall have log 64 all over 9. Everything is all over log of 8 all over 3. Now, let's go back to where we were initially. So, with this, we shall have log 64 minus log 9 all over log 8 minus log 3. Then we proceed. Log 64 is the same as log 2 power 6 minus log 9 is the same as 3 power 2 all over log 8 is the same as log 2 power 3 minus log 3, guys, minus log 3. So there are these students who will use this procedure to solve this question. So they have 6 log 2 minus 2 log 3, which is very much correct, all over 3 log 2 minus log 3. Remember, there is 1 there which is invisible. Then you'll see them cancelling. That cancels that, that cancels that. Then they have 6 minus 2 all over 3 minus 1. So 6 minus 2, that is giving us 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then they're having the answer as 2. I don't know if this process is acceptable, but I did an advice that you first of all check with your teacher. If the teacher accepts, then you can go ahead and use it in any exam room. But I don't think if it is the right way to do this question, guys. I don't think so. Now, from this point, let me take it from this point of 6 log 2 minus 2 log 3 all over 3 log 2 minus 1 log 3. Guys, you can simplify. Now, starting with the numerator, you realize that 6 and 2 are common. I'm sorry, 6 and 2 are available. So, what can go into 6 and 2? Obviously 2. So, we shall factorize it and have 2 into 3 log 2 minus 2 log 3 all over, in the denominator, there is nothing. Only 1 can go into all those numbers. So we have 1 into bracket 3 log 2 minus what, guys? Minus log 3. I'm sorry, I never factorized out these two. So here we should be having just 1 or maybe just blank like that. So you realize that this and this are equal, so they cancel out. So 2 divided by 1, we get 2. So our answer is the same using this procedure and this. But I prefer this for a student who knows what he or she is doing. So that's the first part. Let's look at more and more examples. Okay. Again, in this previous video, guys, I remember telling you that there is no law that combines 3 log. There is no law that combines 3 log. There is a law that combines 1 log, and there is a law that combines 2 log. What do I mean by that? For example, if I have log A minus log B is equal to log A over B. This is a law of 2 log. This is a law of 2 log. This is log 1 and this is log 2. Log A is the first log and log B is the second. So it is a law combining 2 log. Then we have a law combining 1 log. For example, we have log A B power n, which is 1 over n log AB. Or maybe something like A log B, which is equal to log B power A. Now, these two, it is a law combining 1 log. This is 1 log, and this is also 1 log. So, it's a law combining 1 log. But I've never seen, or maybe, okay, there is no law that combines 3 logs. Maybe, for instance, something like this. You have log A plus log B minus log C. Then you expect to have something like log of A multiplied by B all over C. I've never seen such law. And remember, guys, in those previous lessons, there is a question there that if you follow up this format, you won't get the accurate answer. But there's some question which you can apply to this law. This law. Now check out at this. Without using a mathematical table, evaluate the expression below. Then examiner gives you 3 log of base 10, 5 minus a half log of base 10, 64 plus 6 log of base 10, 2. An examiner gives you that. So let's simplify it. we shall have log of base 10, 5 power 3 minus log of base 10, 64 power a half. Remember that power half is the same as root of 64, or maybe 2th root of 64, plus log of base 10, 2 power 6. Now, to simplify this, we shall have log of base 10, 5 power 3 minus log of base 10. Now 64, that's the same as root of 64, which is 8, plus log 10, 2 power 6. You see, at this juncture, you can go straight ahead and apply to that law combining 3 logs. But I don't think if that is the necessary way a good student should tackle this question. Like for me, I would have first tackled this, whereby I would have log of 5 power 3 divided by 8. And remember, this is of base 10. Then later, we add plus log 10, 2 power 6. Then I finally combine them to have something like now log of 10. Now this is a good student who knows what he's doing. So he first of all tackles these two, allow combining 2 logs, then later to have this, and later to join it with that other part to have again another log combining 2 logs. Then applies the whole procedure now to have 5 power 3 all over 8 multiplied by, now because that is a multiplication sign, multiplied by 2 power 6. There is no law that just goes direct like that. You must understand what you are doing. I'm telling you the truth. You can't just write the whole of this procedure directly, because you'll be confused. Maybe if you come across such other video that we had in the previous, you won't be able to tackle this question if you apply this procedure. You won't. So how do we tackle this? So log of base 10, 2 power 6 is the same as 64, guys. And 64 can be divided into 8 times. So it is 5 power 3 all over 8 multiplied by 64. So 8. So we have log 10, and 5 power 3 is the same as 125. If you multiply it by 8, you get 1000. And this one is very much easy. Just write there to the examiner your answer is 3. You won't be penalized. Where have you gotten that 3? It is something normal. Log 10 is 1, log 100 is 2, log 1000 is 3. That is something very normal. Or maybe if but that's the right way. So let's take on another question. So kindly avoid going to using that law that combines 3 logs directly. There is no log like that when it comes to mathematics. I have another question here that reads, without using a logarithm table or a calculator, solve for x, and the examiner gives log 5 minus 2 plus log 2x plus 10 equal to log x minus 4. equals to log x minus 4. Now remember, if you come across such type of question, if it is log, let it be log, 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 log. If let it be a sequence of log, let it be a sequence of log, or maybe let it be a series of log. Like we have log, then the log is missing at this point. From this point, we have log. From this point, we have log. So let it be something that is flowing. Log, log, log. Now, what happens when a log misses? What happens when a log misses? For instance, in this case, we don't have a log. Remember, it should be something flowing. It should be a series of log, 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 log. So what happens when a log is missing? Like for example, in this case, remember, in the first video, I told you how one can analyze, how one can interpret, how one can read the logs. I did all that. So how can you express 2 in form of a log? If you really understood how one can analyze, interpret, or read log, then changing 2 into log is something that should take you only 1 second. So if I were you, I would write something like to do with the log. Obviously, this is base 10. No one should remind you of that. Then I have x is equal to 2. Now, why should I write there x? Because I want something like this. I want something like this in log form that can represent 2. So how can 2 be read in terms of log? That is what I'm trying to explain. How can 2 be read in form of a log? So it is this the procedure that one should use to get the value of x, such that log of base 10x will be equal to 2. So how can we get the value of x? So that is 10, then power 2 is equal to x. So what is my value of x? 100. So what does that mean? That 2 can be read in form of a log in this format. Log of base 10, 100. Very much easy. Very much easy. Now, that's the first step an examiner will need to see before doing anything fishy in that question. Now we shall have what? Log 5 minus, now instead of writing 2, we have log 100. Log 100 plus log 2x plus 10 is equal to log x minus 4. Now, if you observe this, you will realize that there is a series flow of log. Log, 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 log. And that is what is needed. So having these two, I have now log of 5 all over 100. Then I add to log of 2x plus 10. Let us first of all solve the right part. Now, this is what you should do. Don't just combine those three things together at once. It may confuse you when it comes to some question, because you won't be able to tackle some question when you apply the three logs, the law of three logs, which actually doesn't exist. So with this now, I have log of 5 all over 100 multiplied by, now I'll put a bracket there, 2x plus 10 is now, then the other bracket is equal to log of x minus 4. So this log cancels out this log, or maybe we drop them, whatever the case a student chooses. Now 5 all over 100 is the same as 0.005, 5 all over 100 is the same as 0.005 into 2x plus 10 is equal to x minus 4. So let us open bracket there. So if I multiply 0.05 multiplied by 2x, I'll get 0.1x plus 0.05 multiplied by 10, I shall get 0.5 plus 0.5 is equal to x minus 4. Then I collect like terms. So let 4 come to this left hand side. So we shall have 4 plus 0.5 is equal to x minus 0.1x. So 4 plus that one, I shall get 4.5 is equal to 1 minus 0.1, which is giving me 0.9x. So dividing out, divide this by 0.9, divide this by 0.9. So 4.5 divided by 0.9, we shall get our answer as x is equal to 5. But remember, the question read without using a calculator or a mathematical table. So when you just come up with an answer x is equal to 5 this, you want to get your full marks. You want to get your full marks. So it's advisable to have 4.5 all over 0.9, then remove out the decimal, multiplying by 10 by 10. Okay? So I shall have something to do with 45 all over 9. Then this now I can simplify 1 and then 5. So I'll have my answer as 5. Okay? So make sure you read the question and know, is the question limiting me not to use a calculator? And be very careful when the question has limited you not to use a calculator. I have another question here. Another question. Yes, I've got it. Now the question read, find the value of x that satisfy the equation. And which equation have you been given? Log into bracket x plus 5 is equal to log 4 minus log into bracket x plus 2. X plus 2. If you look out at this question very well, you will realize there's a flow and nothing is missing at all. And this type of question is very much more easy because you will realize that after this we have log, after this we have log. So this is very much easier question to tackle, very much direct. For an examiner who has said this, he has really gave all students free 3 marks. So having this, to solve this, I have log of x plus 5, which equals to log of 4 all over x plus 2. Drop the logs or maybe cancel out the logs. Now I have x plus 5 is equal to 4 all over x plus 2. This is the same as all over 1. So you cross multiply. And for you to cross multiply, we must have a bracket x plus 2 is equal to 4 times 1, which is 4. So how do I multiply this? So we have x into x plus 2 plus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 4. So we have x squared plus 2x plus 5x, this is something like quadratic, plus 10 is equal to 4. So we shall have x squared plus that is 7x. So 10 plus 10. Now 4 crosses the equal sign, it becomes plus what? 10 minus 4, that is giving us 6 is equal to 0. So I'd prefer for a student to go directly and use quadratic formula, whereby x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, all over 2a. So remember, this is our a, b, and c. So we have negative 7 plus or minus the square root of b squared. What is b squared there? 49 minus 4ac. Let's just multiply direct. 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 6. That is giving me 24. Everything is all over the 2a. And what is our 2a? That is 2 multiplied by 1, giving me 2. So what will be my value x? So my value x will be negative 7 plus or minus 49 minus 24 is giving us 25. Root of 25 is 5 all over 2. So that means there will be two values of x. So we have x is what? Minus 7 plus 5 divided by 2 shall have negative 1, or x is equal to minus 7 minus 5 divided by 2, which is minus 6. Alright, let's go back and check. Now I want to tell you one thing. There is no, okay, I don't know what term or how should I say it. Let me check on my book here. Just give me some few minutes. I'm not getting what I want, but some logs cannot be expressed in negative. So remember, after getting your answers like this, you must go back to the question and confirm out. Like, just to use an example of what we were given, the question read log of x plus 5 equal to log 4 minus log x plus 2. So let me use this for instance. Now, if I substitute the value of x, then I shall have log into bracket. Let's start with x1. x1 is negative 1 plus 5. You will realize that answer is there. It will be 0.60, and that is true. So this means this answer is correct. Let us confirm it with x2. x2, we shall have log of negative 6 plus 5. So we shall have log of into bracket negative 6 plus 5 to get math error. If you press this in a calculator, you'll get a math error. What does that mean? What should that tell you? The logs cannot be, okay, there are no negativity log. Logs are only workable when they are positive. So all logs should be positive for you to work with them. Like, you can't have log negative 5. Log negative 5 is something there is a math error. Log of any negative number is a math error. So make sure you go back and confirm that between these two, which is the right answer. So a student who will just reach here, if the question was of 3 marks, then the student will get 2 marks because there is no answer. Of the two, x1 and x2, there is one that should be right. So after that confirmation, you realize that the accurate answer between of the two should be x is -1, and that is the only answer there. You should leave alone this other one because it's bringing a math error. There is no negative law of log. Logs are only workable when they are in positive figure or in positive number. So let us do one more question. Solve for x in log of 3x plus 4, which is equal to, minus log 3 minus x minus bracket 3 minus x is equal to 1. You check at this question, something is wrong. There is no flow of log. So after this, I have this log. That much correct. After this, I have this. There is no log. How can I interpret 1 in form of log? Very easy. Very easy. So remember that is base 10, x is equal to 1. So 10 power 1 is equal to what, guys? 10. Remember this should give me value x. Value x. So that means value x is equal to 10. So that means 1 can also be written in form of log as log base 10, 10. Very much easier. So log 3x plus 4, log 3x plus 4 minus log into bracket 3 minus x is equal to what? Instead of now writing 1, we write log 10. Log 10. So how do I simplify this? I shall have log of 3x plus 4 all over 3 minus x is equal to log 10. I drop the logs or cancel out to have 3x plus 4 all over 3 minus x is equal to 10 all over 1. Cross multiply 3x plus 4 is equal to 10 into 3 minus x. So we shall have what? 3x plus 4 is equal to 30 minus 10x. So 3x, then this comes the other side, we shall have 10x is equal to 30. That goes to the other side, 30 minus 4. So we shall have 13x equal to 30 minus 4, guys, that is 26. 30 minus 4 is 26. Divide by 13, divide by 13. Our value of x is 2. And that is that. If you have more question, more example, feel free to drop them in the comment section. We shall revise them. But for the meantime, let us meet in the next topic. I truly want to wish you success in your studies. Thank you. Thank you for today. Kindly, if you find it useful, subscribe, like, and also share with other friends. Thank you once again. Thank you.